put off my chance to be a Grass Track sidecar passenger any longer, so I get my briefing with Steve and Andy.
Hand on your first handhold, back hand will go onto the handhold at the back. Brace yourself to keep forward, because obviously the bike's going to be at full peak revs. As soon as Andy starts to move out, this then gives you the signal to lean into the outfit.
Now, why are you moving into this specific position for the corners?
Right, corner speed, you'll probably be doing anything from 40 mile an hour upwards. Now, what happens with the outfit is as you're going around the corner, you're going into centrifugal forces, which are going to try and pull you out. And these outfits, if you stay in this position, the outfit will just keep going straight. It doesn't matter how far Andy gets out.
Andy, they're very specifically made for this sport, and I've noticed that there's just very little suspension on the unit. Why is that?
Yeah, rigid rear suspension. We find we get much better feedback with that.
And the lump's obviously 500cc. Actually, what is it?
500cc. This is actually a Masek, which is a new style of engine coming on the market, designed by the same person that designed the Jawas.
And are you running this on just regular petrol, or is it?
No, this runs on alcohol, methanol, alcohol, 99% pure.
Now, I noticed actually something I haven't seen before, these handlebars. They're very unique to this sport, aren't they? Why is that?
More than likely because the driver gets off the bike. Every time you go to a corner, the driver comes in and gets off the bike. And with handlebars up here, it'd be no good at all.
Makes perfect sense.
When you're committed to taking part in these events, there's one thing that never crosses your mind, and it's something you cannot prepare for.
Steve, how do you get over this sheer panic that I've got in my stomach at the moment? Do you still feel that when you go out?
Yeah, I think most racers do. I feel it's a good thing to have because it makes you mentally aware. It doesn't make you complacent, and all you've got to do is just stay focused to the task in hand.
I'm trying to control my stomach at the moment because I have to tell you, I'm petrified. Okay.
Yeah.
This is us, is it? At this point, I am thinking to myself, what on earth am I doing here? Yeah. It'll be something to tell the grandchildren.
My experience was terrifying. It was like nothing I'd expected. I was literally hanging on, and 4 laps felt like 40. I don't quite understand why people do this. The brutality of the sport was much more than I'd expected, and this was just the practice laps.
Yeah. I don't know how you do that, Steve. I don't know how you do it, mate.
That's good for a first attempt, I tell you. That weren't bad at all. You weren't hanging about either. That was not mucking about. You weren't allowed an easy ride then.
I can't exactly describe the feeling. I could only say it is the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my entire life. The vibration in the bike, you're just literally being thrown around continually. There's no rest up. And the minute you actually kind of get into any swing, somebody's in front of you chucking stuff at you. And I'm absolutely knackered. And I'd advise everybody to do it once. And only once. Nice one,
Well
mate.
done, mate.
Nice one.
Good one. That was all right. We stream 4 together like that, we'll be all right.
Mate, I'm not sure if I can do that, to be honest, Andy. I have to tell you, that was terrifying, mate. Steve, I've made a decision, mate. I've had a go, and it's been absolutely fantastic, but you're back in the chair, mate. I can't do it again. It's
Certainly.
unbelievable experience, and I have to admit, thank you obviously for jumping out and giving me that opportunity, but
Yeah.
I'm glad I've done it, but I couldn't do it again, mate.
No, that's perfectly all right. You're a brave man to get in there in the first place, as I said. Just, you know.
Thanks again, much
That's all right,
appreciated.
no
And-
problem at
and
all.
Basically, have a great afternoon racing. Well, there you have it, grass tracking sidecar racing. Probably the most terrifying sport I've ever been involved in. My hat goes off to all of these guys that take part. I came here, I wanted to experience it, and I did experience it, but I won't be doing it again.